Right, there's so many people today. Thank you all for making the time to join us today. I'll do my best to share the most valuable information with you and to make the time you dedicated to us as productive as it could. I see many new names today. That's actually great. To ones that know either about our company or about our CiviMobile product, hope you will learn many new interesting new things today. And to ones that haven't heard about us, you give me a nice chance to make an impression on you by presenting our work. My name is Tetiana Oliiarchuk. I'm representing Agilyway and the CiviMobile product that we developed. And on today's webinar, we will talk about new extension, CiviAppointment, developed for CiviCRM and CiviMobile to enhance your time management. On today's agenda, I have a few topics that I would like to address. Firstly, I will introduce you Agilyway company and our product CiviMobile. I will tell you what we do, what are the benefits of working with us. Then I will present our newly developed feature called CiviAppointment, and we will leave a few minutes for your questions. Also, if you need any further assistance or you get any additional questions after the webinar, you can text us following the addresses that I will share at the end of the presentation on the latest slide. So let's begin. Agilyway is a custom software development company founded by IT experts with over 25 years of experience in the IT field on the USA, Ukraine, and Poland markets. Our goal is to assist clients work more efficiently, effectively by offering top-notch service and flexibility, of course. We influence Eastern Europe IT market and expertise to deliver high-quality performance compatible with the largest outsourcing firms, but without the high costs of the bureaucratic process. On the slide, you might see the metrics that identify us as a company and bring value to our services. You can also scan the QR code to visit our website and to learn more about Agilyway. We provide such services as software development, mobile design and development, IT outsourcing and development, quality management, data analysis services, and of course, one of our departments is focused on CiviCRM implementation and development. Such services cover multiple industries that Agilyway is specialized in, such as healthcare, retail, logistics, e-learning, and working with non-governmental organizations and non-profit organizations. And during all those years, we constantly contribute to CiviCRM community, not by only configuring the system, but also by developing expanded new extensions for the customer benefits. Our extensions are such as you can see on the slide. The first one would be CiviCalendar. This extension provides a calendar page and a dashboard for visualizing different types of cases, events, and of course, activities. The next one is Time Tracker. It helps users to create projects and add tasks for them, assign performers, and generate time spent reports. Its functionality enables the possibility of time tracking within the chosen project. And it's great for volunteers of different organizations, also often used for organizing events. And CiviAppointment extension that I'm presenting to you today, a little spoiler, but it allows users to create various types of meetings and book them for required contact. One of our services is Civi24Host. That's our hosting platform that allows you to host your CiviCRM And one of our greatest achievement is CiviMobile app, one and only for CiviCRM that is working perfectly with the system and allows users having access to the CiviCRM functionality on the go. Key features for CiviMobile, you can see right there, but CiviMobile application is designed to simplify users' lives by having an access to CiviCRM functionality on the go to reach the data anywhere, anytime, and only users can view the information, but the app also allows them to add any information to the CiviCRM, manage the data, and update it when needed. CiviMobile has the main modules enabled, such as profile management, contact management, tracking activities, calendar access, event management, and membership access. And users can also track their project in time tracker extension, take surveys, or view contributions. And of course, new CiviAppointment extension is available on CiviMobile, and you guys will see the demo of the functionality today. The application also supports 10 languages. And in addition to the standard CiviMobile app, we provide branded application services, which means you can customize your own app based on your organization's branded colors, logo, and of course, we develop any custom functionality that might be needed for your organization. And before I jump into the main topic of today's webinar, new CiviAppointment extension, I would like to ask you to answer a question in our poll that will appear in just a few seconds. And my question is, how do you currently handle appointment scheduling in your organization? Maybe you do it manually or using external apps, or you're not using any systems, but you would like to use maybe CiviAppointment actually, and maybe you don't have any appointment to your organization, and that's also fine. Maybe you'll learn some new things today about our new extension, and you will consider using it for your organization. You can see the poll now, and you will see the results right there. You're using external apps. That's great. Awesome. Okay, some people use it manually and not using any systems. Okay, let me close the poll. And we will go to CiviAppointment now. So actually, if you've been wondering why we developed CiviAppointment, I will assure you that that's having one tool instead of multiple integration is much easier and better. And many of you voted that you use some external services. So I think that would be a great solution for your organization to use CiviAppointment extension. And during all those years that we worked, working with CiviCRM, we've been receiving requests regarding integrations with multiple applications that help user manage their appointments, meetings, training sessions, and other types of appointments, depending on the organization, actually. And it led us to thinking that having an appointment system or extension integrated straight to the CiviCRM would save users a lot of time and actually money, especially volunteering organization, which CiviAppointment is great for. So what is CiviAppointment? CiviAppointment allows users to create various types of meetings and book them for required contact. That's the main functionality we've been thinking of while developing it. First of all, we were thinking of how it will assist NGO and nonprofit organizations. And the main benefit for such organizations would be efficient coordination of volunteers and stakeholders and their appointment for coordinating any of work and training. So CiviAppointment can be used by a variety of organizations, including nonprofit organizations, to manage volunteer coordination, donor meetings, and community service events. Also, it can be used for educational institutions to arrange parent-teacher conferences, student counseling session, and administrative meetings. Service providers, such as legal advisors, financial consultants, and real estate agents for client consultation and service appointments. Also, healthcare providers, for example, for scheduling patient appointment, follow-ups, and consultation, and also community centers for scheduling classes, workshops, and community events. CiviAppointment helps these organizations to streamline their scheduling process and manage their appointments effectively. On the next slide, I will show you the detailed presentation of the extension. However, to simplify the understanding of its usage, I would like to briefly introduce the main features. And the first one is creating and managing various types of appointments. You can set any type that is suitable for your organization. You can also set custom slots and duration for an appointment, as well as add location if necessary, or customize it, whether you allow users to book a slot right before the appointment. CiviAppointment extension helps easily track upcoming meetings, cancel them, and reschedule. And of course, CiviCRM states there are permissions to customize the usage of CiviAppointment extension. You may see 3 of them on the slide. So first one is access to CiviAppointment. You can enable it to the users that you need, whether it's anonymous user, admin, any test role. If you need to try the extension, you can set it to any roles that you need. And the second and third permission give users permission not to only see the appointment and slots, but also book it or cancel the appointment. Additional settings that can be applied if necessary, of course, are the ones you can see on the screen. You can disable slots. You can disable the possibility to book a slot before it starts. This way, you can better plan your time and make sure users don't book a slot last minute. And the time, of course, can be customized as you need. The second great option is disabling cancellation of the appointment when it's already booked following the defined time. So, for example, in this field, you can set 2 hours. And in case if user booked appointment at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, they can only cancel it by 1 p.m. I think it allows you to manage your time effectively and also make sure people come to your appointment. And of course, you may configure email notifications in the setting area. Okay, so to enable the CiviAppointment functionality, you need to go to System Settings and enable the extension called CiviAppointment. On the list, you may see different extensions. You will look for CiviAppointment. You can see different information about it, such as like documentation and version it's compatible with. So please make sure it's enabled and that you save the changes. Then you will need to go to users and permissions. We're gonna have a test users that I will show you the functionality on. So we have test role. You can scroll down to the CiviAppointment permissions, and that's actually the permissions I was telling you about. So that's access, book a slot, and cancel appointment. We're gonna be enabling each one, and I will show you what it does. But before that, I will show you how it looks like without this permission enabled. So on the tabs, there is no appointment and no slots tab. But when we click enable, of course, we have to save it and refresh the page. And then we're going to see different tabs, and among them, we're going to see CiviAppointment and slots enabled. We are on user Anatoly right now. Page is reloading. So we can see slots and we can see appointment on the second line. There is a list where you can check different title, type, date, duration. That's a list of the slots available for this user. Then we're gonna jump into next user, Pavlo, and we're gonna enable the second permission just to see what it does for the second user. So we enable permission book a slot, also for the test role, of course. We can see Pavlo, it has, there's slots tab enabled. And you see the list of slots, but there is no option to book an appointment. But when we enable this permission for the current user and save it, we're gonna see the option to not only see the list, but also to book an appointment with the current user. Yes, and now you can see the option to book a slot. And of course, if you don't enable this permission, you can only see the list of available slots. But just now, when you enable book a slot, without even enabling the permission of cancel appointment, you can easily book it, or you can just view it. So we're gonna see the title, type, date, and the option to book appointment for the current user. And then we're gonna go again to Anatoly to see what this permission does to the first user we had. We go to appointment tab, and then you can see the list. But when you tap the cancel, you get the permission denied because the third permission is actually not enabled for the current user. So it can only, this user can only view the list of slots or book a slot, but without canceling it. When we go to cancel appointment permission and enable it for the test user that we actually have, it will allow us to cancel appointment easily. And we can, of course, rebook the appointment. We can book another appointment that we need for this time, as the slot will be already available. We enable the permission. We go back to the current user, reload the page, and when we try to cancel the appointment, it will of course ask us for confirmation. Let's see, just so when we go to cancel appointment, you can undo this action, or you can confirm that you actually want to cancel the appointment. That was about the permissions. And then to actually add the appointments, you need to firstly set the appointment types for the type of appointment that you need. So you can type any title, and this field is actually required. For example, feedback session. And if you want it to make enabled and appeared on the list, you need to click enable, and you will have it available for booking. So you have the appointment type already, just feedback session. You can set description, or you can skip this step. You can, of course, edit it, change the description, disable it, edit the title, or you can delete it if it's not needed anymore for your organization. And also you can undo this section. You can delete any type that you created, and it will always ask for permission, so you're not afraid that you will delete it by an accident, or you deleted the wrong type. You always check the information before the type gets deleted. And of course, what you can see there, the personal consultation type was already booked by some other user, and you cannot delete it if the appointment was booked for the current appointment type. You'll always get a warning that you have to reschedule the appointment, you have to cancel it, and then you will be able to delete a special type. So we go to slots, and we can add a slot for the user. These fields that you can see on the screen are required, such as title, type, date, duration, but location is actually up to you if you want to set it or not. This field is not required, and you can actually edit it also anytime. So for example, we can set consultation for the special date, we set the time and duration. So if you know the duration, you don't have to set the end time for the current slot. But when you set the slot for the time that already exists, so for example, here we have June 3rd at 6 p.m. There's already another slot. We need to change it to June 18th, and then we can easily create a slot when there is no overlap with the another slot that's already on the list. And yes, you can check title, type, date. You can edit them. You can set location, also such as Zoom conference. You can update any slot that you need. Of course, if you have the permission, and you can delete slot when you don't need it anymore. And the confirmation screen also appears that the slot was deleted, and you will not see it on the list anymore. Then we go to Pavlo again. We go to slot stop. And we can book any appointment. So for example, you can view the slot and you see all the details before you book. In case you need any change, you need to unbook it, you can easily do it. And before you confirm the booking, of course, you can see all the information about it, such as location, date, and you sure what you confirm. And you will get, when you confirm the slot, you will get a notification on the email stating that your appointment has been booked, and you will see the confirmation information right there. Of course, you need to have the mailing available on the settings and enable the notification by email. So for example, when you can also view title, edit by type, location, and we can cancel any slots that we have or appointment. That was about web version of the CiviAppointment, and now we're gonna go to the mobile version. It's of course available for the CiviMobile users when they have extension installed. So I'm gonna show you just briefly how it works on the CiviMobile. We need to get to appointments. Then you can scroll through the list of available appointments. You can see the date, also title, who it was booked by, type of appointment. You can see the appointment details. You can cancel appointment on mobile, also by having the permission available for the current user. And there's an option also to filter the appointment. on the list. So for example, you need to filter it by special title or location or appointment date, or maybe you have a filter that is needed for all the fields. So for example, you can only filter it by title or only by location, but you can also filter it by title and location at the same time. So here we have professional consultation. We know the location, that is Revakivska. We apply it, and we can see the details of the appointment, which is professional meetings booked by Anatoly, and we can see the type and date. Then we're gonna add the appointment. We need to select a contact from the list. We see available slots for the current users. We can select it and deselect. There's information also included such as date, type, location, and duration. Also, you have to confirm that you book in the slot, just to make sure you book what you actually need. And you get the confirmation that the slot was successfully booked. And it will now appear on the list when we deselect the filters. And you can see it booked. There's two tabs called My Appointments and My Slots. When you go to My Slots, we can see the calendar view, and we can see the slots that we previously set for the current user. So for example, we have for June 1st, June 3rd, use different also types. And we can see the calendar view, which shows us which dates have the slots available and set. And we can actually create a slot. For example, we can type a title meeting in the office. We have to select the type, like one-on-one consultation. We set a date, start time, also duration, which is pretty similar to the web version, and location is not mandatory to set because, for example, if it's online consultation and you know it, they didn't have to, but it's up to you if you set the Kubilanska streets, for example, and you can see it right on the list. You can edit it if you need to change the title also or the date. If it changes and you can make it on a special date, you get the notification that it's set, and you can, of course, see it updated on the list. Also, you can go to different slot details. You can delete the slot straight on the app. So it allows you to have the same functionality as on the web, such as adding slots, book an appointment, cancel an appointment, and of course, it's all managed by permissions for the current user. CiviAppointment feature was firstly presented at CiviCamp in Hamburg in June this year, and we received the first feedback there, actually, based on which we were able to form a list of necessary features. And we are thinking of the further development of CiviAppointment extension. And I would like to share a few options that we have for the next releases. Since you've already seen the presentation of the new functionality just now, I would also like to hear the feedback. If you be hoping to make this extension as much useful as possible. So if you have any ideas, what functionality that might be useful, especially for your organization, please share it with us either here in chat, or you can message us in private, and we will surely take it into consideration for the next development phases. But for now, on our list, we have like 4 big features. that you can see, such as reporting, appointment history, customizable book forms, automated reminders. It will help us to grow the extension to make sure it fits different types of organization, and it is the most useful for different types of users. So, for example, I know when you view generating reports, so I guess it would be useful to say statistic and trends for your organization. Also, maybe you'd like to keep a record of past appointments for the future references. Or customizable book forms would allow users to create custom forms for different types of appointments, and maybe not only the confirming emails that the appointment was booked, but also automated reminders for the appointment participants. And while you're thinking about the questions that you have, I would like you to share the feedback with us. So you can do it by following this information. So you can see the contact. And if you have any feedback that you'd like to share right now, please message us in chat. And I think we can jump into questions that you might have after the functionality presentation. I'll open the chat just now. Or maybe you need me to explain some functionality once more. You can also just text us and book a demo session, for example, or okay, we have a question. Have you thought about developing group appointments? For example, not one, but several people can register for a meeting. Yes, we've been thinking about it, and it's actually on our list. We are thinking about making the functionality to invite someone to the appointment, to share the appointment with some people, and perhaps while setting the slot, there will be functionality to enable group booking and set the amount of people who can attend. I hope I answered your questions, but if you need any clarification or maybe you have any suggestions for the group appointment that you would like to have in your organization, also please message us. That would be great to actually have an actual case for your organization and for your group. One more question. Will CiviAppointment functionality be available for me on branded application if I order it soon? Yes. If you order branded application, a CiviAppointment branded application based on your organization, on your colors, you'll have your own logo. And then the CiviAppointment will be available because we develop a branded application based on the latest version of CiviMobile. So you will have all the functionality that I just talked to. And of course, you can have also custom functionality that is needed, developed separately, or as a separate extension, or we can add any custom functionality to the CiviAppointment if you need. But if you already have the branded application developed by GLUI, you can also have the CiviAppointment available. Just please message us and we will talk about this functionality and what you need and how we can set it for you on your branded application. Okay, one more question. Is it easy to use from scratch if I have never used Civi functionality before? Do you mean CiviAppointment or CiviCRM in general? That was a question from Gary Thompson. I think if you haven't been using CiviCRM. They can sound kind of complicated, but this functionality is actually pretty user friendly. And if you know exactly what you need for your organization, you can set it by yourself, or appointment features, or you can message us and we'll help you with the customization, with installation, and with installing any additional features, and of course CiviAppointment as well. So I think, like, for the new users, it may sound complicated at the beginning, but actually when you start using it, you get familiar with CiviCRM, and it helps your organization to work more efficiently than before. So, for example, I know many users have different information in some Excel spreadsheet. Some information is on Google, on some other clouds. But CiviCRM actually helps to optimize this information, to organize it, and to make sure you're using all tools that you need just in one system. So I think it would be very, very beneficial for your users. And CiviAppointment features in general is not complicated to use from scratch, and it's very easy to get used to it. If you haven't used Civi functionality before at all, you can also message us, and we will book a demo session for you to show the functionality, to show CiviMobile as well, and you can ask any additional questions that you have. So please feel free to message us following the email you can see on the screen, and we will figure out what will be the most suitable functionality for your organization. And one more question we have here. Gary, have I answered your questions, or maybe some clarifications needed? Okay, one more question. Would it be possible to use CiviAppointment functionality with some customization for branded version of CiviMobile? Yes, we can set any custom functionality that is needed either for the branded application, for the branded application itself, or add some custom functionality to CiviAppointment extension, especially for your organization. I think we have a pretty good Q&A session. I'm glad there are so many questions and so many interesting questions, actually. Let me check the chat again. Okay, so if you have any additional questions, you can message us through the email or any social media if you like. What is more convenient for you, you can check our website by following QR code you can see on the screen. And please feel free to ask anything you need. We'll make sure to answer your questions, or to book a demo call with you to show you the functionality. And if you need a branded application, also please message us, and we'll schedule a call to proceed. Thank you all for attending. I hope you learned new things today. I hope you will enjoy using CiviAppointment extension. I hope it will be beneficial for your organization, and it will save you a lot of time for scheduling appointments or any training sessions, and we'd be glad to have your feedback. So please download the latest version of CiviMobile, install the CiviAppointment extension, and enjoy using it. Thank you all for being with us. We'll invite you to the next webinar. Please follow our newsletter to see the latest news, and to stay tuned regarding the next webinars. Thank you.